Hello and welcome back to another Mr. Tudor Builds review. And today we are going to be taking, I'm not going to say a special look, I've said that the past few videos. This one's not special, but it is awesome. We are going to be taking a look at the LEGO Medieval Town Square. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that my favorite LEGO theme is the LEGO Castle theme. Now, I love Marvel, I love Pirate, I love Star Wars, but my favorite out of them all is the LEGO Castle theme. Now, the set we are going to be looking at today is set number 10332. It has 3,304 pieces, and it retails for $230 US. It is an 18 plus set. It uses a few complex, tricky building techniques. If you decide to buy this and build it, certainly have an adult help you, but it is an awesome set. It comes with awesome minifigures. The interior details of these two different buildings are super sweet, and even the exterior is awesome as well, especially this little castle tower here, which is my favorite part of this set. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to crack this open. I'm going to build it, and then we are going to take a look at the entire set. So let's get started. So the first thing we are going to take a look at on this set, of course, as always, is the minifigures. Now, as I'm sitting here, instead of just stopping this and going back, I realized I forgot one minifigure. So let me reach up here and grab this guy and start off with him. Now, this first one is a Lionite, which is one of the Castle faction soldiers. He has a helmet, huge mustache. Look at that thing. That had to take years to grow. He has this really cool chainmail around his shoulder. He has the Lionite logo. He comes with this almost metallic spear. And then you can also see, you can change his face if you'd like. So you could twist this head around, put it on this side. But since that mustache is covering it, I'm going to leave it just like that. Put the helmet back on him. He must just be visiting, or possibly he lives in the medieval town square. But very cool minifigure. I almost forgot about him. He was my favorite. This lady here looks very burly. Look at that hair piece. That is so sweet. I believe she is possibly a lumberjack. She's out here with her axe, cutting up wood, big muscles, you know. You can kind of see she has some scratches on her back. Looks like she's been working. Another really sweet minifigure. And here we have a kid. Now, what we're going to look at in just a bit is there is a cheese shop inside one of the buildings for the medieval town square. And I believe this little boy, girl, whichever one you like, works at their parents' cheese shop. So we will look at that in just a second. Next, we have an artist. Really cool. She comes with this piece that looks like okay, I don't even know what this is called, but a painting board is what I'm going to call it. I know I didn't get that right, but that's okay. She comes with a paintbrush. Pretty common torso, but a nice minifigure. Here we have who I believe runs the tavern and inn in the medieval town square. So she kind of checks people in, which I believe it's kind of like a hotel, but checks people in, checks them out, helps tidy things up, gets the job done. And then we're getting to maybe even cooler than the Lionite. I believe this guy right here is the tax collector. Now, he has this, it's supposed to be a pen, and he has this little book, which almost looks like maybe you have to write and sign on it, but he'll be chasing people down for their taxes, making them pay their money. And you know who doesn't like paying their taxes? If you've seen the Lego movie, you know the answer to that question, and it is Batman. But some back print, looks really sweet. He comes with a cape. Man, I just feel like, send every minifigure with a cape. Their capes are just awesome. So then we have this guy, which Lego has not seen a Lego Wolfpack member in forever. One of the coolest castle factions, very slept on. Not many sets made for it, at least recently at all. But he comes with his hood. He has some stubble on his face. He comes with a crossbow. He comes with a cape. Let's see, does he have any back? Yeah, he has some back print on there. But we're going to find out something about this guy in just a little bit that kind of makes him a bad guy. So we'll figure that out in just a second. And then lastly, we have a shepherd. This guy has his shears, which if you play Minecraft, you know what shears are used for. They're used for, yes, that is correct, shearing sheep. So he has his shears here. He's going to go around, collect wool off the sheep, and work on the farm. He has maybe a satchel, not a purse, whatever you want to call it. But he's an older gentleman, still handsome looking. But he also lives here in the medieval town square. But now that we have taken a look at every single one of the minifigures, let's take a look. I was about to move on at these two animals. Now, if you know Lego and you know Lego animals, you know that the Lego goat, oh, that does not look good. Let's try again. The Lego goat, it still won't focus. Get these out of here. There we go. The Lego goat is the star of the show. The Lego goat truly is the goat when it comes to Lego animals. But this little guy has two horns. He's gray. I'm not sure if he's a baby or if he's an adult. You can choose. But super cool looking. And then over here we have Lego squirrel. Come on, give me these Lego animals. They're awesome. Young, old. Everybody loves Lego animals, so check that one as well. There might be a few more in the set. I just grabbed the two that I could see off the top of my head, but if I see any more, I will grab those, and we will take a look at them. But let's go ahead and move on to the actual set itself. And here we have the actual Lego Medieval Town Square. Now, for 3,304 pieces and a price of $230, the price per piece ratio is awesome. You're getting almost what feels like two big builds plus another small build there in the middle, all for a price of $230. But this is actually so big that I had to close this up. It actually opens this up so you can see more. So I'm going to go through and review each one of these one by one, but I just wanted to give you a full shot of what all three looked like together, just so you get an idea of how much you're working with. And then we're actually going to start off with this set over here. So let's go ahead and move on to that. Alrighty, and here we have what looks like almost three different buildings put into one, but I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in this camera here a little bit closer, and we're going to start off with this building on this side first. So it has a little bit of a light tan, dark brown wood look to it. As you can see, it has a little flag hanging out front. If you can look right there, you can actually see this is the cheese shop. Now, as we look around, there are flower beds here and here, and this is actually a little gate that opens up, and you can let the goat, if I can find this guy, here he is, you can let him walk back into and set him up back here. And what's really unfortunate about this set, let's swing this around, or actually I'll just, because this opens up, so, or actually no, let's leave it closed. I just need to make my mind up. Is that the back side of this set is so awesome that truly I don't know if I would call it the back side. You can choose either side to display. Just wish you could see both. But over here we have some windows. Just have the little lattice going through. You can see the end of a log up there, which is really cool. And then they have this fireplace that's built super neat. You can't even see it, so that's no good. Here we go. They have this fireplace, which is really neat because it uses this leaning piece and able to set it at an angle like that. So it's nice and it sits right up there. There's some smoke coming out. And then we'll go ahead and spin around. Let me just back the camera up a bit. Spin it around to the back side, which is really cool. If we zoom in here, you can kind of see the roof looks like it's made out of possibly like straw going around here. Then there's a watering trough. There's a little door that swings open. And there you can see someone in there that we're going to look at in just a second. There's a tree, some mushrooms. Really cool spot just for the goat to hang out. And even if you wanted to toss the squirrel in here getting a drink, that would work as well. As we move, we're going to go ahead and move on to the middle building. There is a canopy, blue and white. Looks really sweet. A few more mushrooms. Some arrows hanging there for someone that uses a bow and arrow. A window up here. The roof has the same technique as the last one, as you can see right there. And then we'll go ahead and move around to this side. Now this is the last building, which we'll see what's inside of it in just a second. But in my opinion, out of the two buildings, this one looks a lot cooler. This roof is just phenomenal. The way they've done this arched window, the chimney coming up. And then they even have a little garden, which looks like maybe onions and carrots are growing in. You got a pumpkin over here. And you actually have a bee on the beehive. Honestly, for an 18 plus set, that bee kind of looks a little too babyish, but we'll make it work. Really cool building. I like the hints of different colors in there as well. But then as we flip back around to the side we began with, there's this big brick built door with green tiles on it that does open up, and we'll take a look at the inside in just a second. Alrighty, so what's really sweet about this set is that there are actually hinges here that allow you to open it up just like this. So if you wanted to and had enough room to display it like this, you could display it like that. But the best part of it doing this is that it allows us to get an inside look at each one of these buildings. So we're going to start off with the tapestry room. So as we look in here, there we go. You can actually see different spools of thread, all the different colors. See if I can get this light. There we go. All the different color spools of thread. And then there's this huge tapestry, which actually has a callback, almost like in the Lego A-Frame Cabin to the Treehouse, to the first Lego castle set they ever made, which for some reason was yellow. I don't know if that was the cheapest brick color they had, but it was a yellow castle. It was super awesome, very expensive now. But a callback to that. You can kind of see over here, there's a stove with a frying pan on it if you need to cook. That's why the chimney goes up. But a super cool building with all kinds of small details inside. But then if we go ahead, I'm gonna actually pop this off of the stand. Sorry about that. For some reason, the video just randomly ended. I did not want to start over. So the next one we're gonna take a look at is this building right here. So you can see there's some tiles they can stand on when walking in. And what we can actually do, there we go, you can kind of get a view on the inside, is we can actually take the top off of this. So grab it here, boom, and you can see inside there's this rope, I guess is what it would be in real life. And you can turn this crank up and down. Oh boy, I'm just making a mess. And it pulls this up, and then it does lower it back down. It's just a way for them to get things to the second floor. And then super easy. Just plop that back down on top of there. And then lastly, let me see if I can get this light down here. We have the cheese shop. So you can see there's a cat there sitting with a small pail of milk. Cat's hard at work, I'm sure, crafting all kinds of different types of cheeses. There's a chair, and then back there are all kinds of cheeses. There's 2 pots on the stove that is burning. And then lastly, I believe we can come up here, pop this off, and you can actually see it from the top. There's even cheese up there on that shelf that we couldn't see earlier. Both doors are all open from both sides. And then that just plops right back on top. Pretty cool. Overall, I would say out of the 2 major parts of this set, this is the one I like the second most. It is all really cool, but comparatively to the other side, it's hard to compete. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the mini build, which is the tree, and then we will move on to the other side of the set. So the next part of the set we are going to be taking a look at is the tree, which has a lot of really cool details, surprisingly, for how small it is. First of all, we have a lime green frog sitting right here, a few mushrooms, flour, some water. And then as we turn the tree around, you're going to notice there are some posters hanging on this side of the tree. So as we look at them, the first one you're going to notice is the goat is for sale for 10. 10 what? I have no idea. But then right here it says wanted. And there's a few Lego coins. And there's this face. Now, I'm not 100% sure who that would maybe be, but it looks like someone is wanted in the Lego Medieval Village. And hopefully they can find him soon. I have no idea what crimes he committed, but hopefully they can get an eye on him and toss him in jail. And then this is a throwback to the old Lego Dragon. Look just like this. I actually have one in my collection. And then there's this guy on him. Bad guy. So I will actually sit this down and grab this just to help connect that reference. Which is right here. How neat is that? So this dragon, which is a very old Lego dragon, is the same as the reference to the poster. So super cool. Not a good guy. Very evil. He has a bat helmet on. Come on, you can't be good if you're wearing a bat helmet. But this build is super easy, quick to build. Very awesome looking. Just kind of a great filler for the set to help fill the entire scene out. So let's go ahead and move on to the best part of the build, which is the final building. Alrighty, and here we have the final part of the build, which was my favorite part of the build. We have a castle tower here, the tavern, an inn, which is where people living in the medieval town square can live. Just very cool. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's zoom in on the tavern and the inn, which you can see right here. Uses some more lattice windows. Not lettuce window, lattice windows. A nice little rock gravel path there. 2 torches. And then it has this really cool helmet and these 2 axe heads that sit out on the sides. As we go up, there's a pie sitting out in the window like something you'd see in a cartoon. Now, I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of these stickers that are Lego shutters. I almost thought maybe not to put stickers on. They don't look bad, though. Each one of these has a little shelf that even if you wanted, you could put, I guess if you had more pies, you could put more pies out there. But you could also put Lego flowers, plants, etc. out on those. But we're going to go ahead and move over to this side, which is my entire favorite part of this build, just because of this tower. And I mean, man, that is so cool. Very reminiscent of the Lion Knight's castle, which is my favorite Lego set of all time. It's connected to this building, which is red and black, which looks really sweet. A few trees, some vines, and if you look in really close in here, there's actually a little bluebird inside of a nest. Now, what's so crazy, I had to show Miss Circe this when I was building it. There's a Lego beard piece for a minifig that they flipped upside down to make it look like a bird nest. How crazy is that? But that mama bird just kind of hides back in there to stay away from predators. Looks really cool. And then we are going to turn around. I don't want you to see the inside yet. We'll save that for later. Turn around to this side, which you can kind of see where the tower goes up. And it looks like that's maybe even the painting emblem or logo down there. Yes, it is. But you can walk up these steps to get inside the tower, the chimney that leads to the inn. And then you can also see, it's kind of like a food sign saying they have food here if you are hungry or need it. But now we're going to go ahead and crack this puppy open and take a look. Now, the details on the inside of this, I believe, are much greater than the side we just looked at. That's just my opinion. But as you look through these 5 different rooms, I feel there's just so much, so many details. Kind of just blows your mind. But we're going to go ahead and start off at the end and go all the way down to the bottom floor. We're going to lock that in, slide this up. Now, in the tavern, you'll see they have a guitar, some chess, a little chessboard, and 2 chess pieces. You have 2 candles, and then you have a big keg of root beer. So when the minifigs are in there, getting rowdy, drinking their A&W, diet A&W is my preference, but having a great time. They have some root beer, they got a guitar, they have some chess. What else do you need in your life as a Lego minifigure? But we'll go up to here. Now we have the kitchen. So this is where you can see from the other side, there is a pie. There's also a huge stove with some logs. And what's really sweet is that this little door actually opens up. You can put stuff in there and then you can shut it back. There's some bread, some greenery, some cheese even on the top shelf, if you can see it there. If I drop this down just a bit, you might be able to see it. There you go. A lobster, a huge turkey. That is the first Lego turkey piece I've ever seen. Kind of wild. My water bucket fell over. I'll pop that back up. A water bucket. And then there's also some knives and stuff they can use to help cook. And then the super secret tax collector room. I believe this is where the tax collector stays. He gets to stay at the top of the inn because he's taking everyone's money. But there's a cool little bed here. There's a desk with a letter envelope. I was going to try to push that down, but that's just asking for trouble. And then, always my students' favorite parts of these sets are the secret entrances or Easter eggs. So I'm going to show you this little secret hiding spot that if you grab this sword and you slide it, oh, look at this. Can I get in here? I showed. I think it might be because the tripod's in the way. Let me scoot it back just a hair. Yes, there we go. So this, if you grab onto the sword and you pull it out of the wall, hallelujah, hallelujah. Sorry, that's the best thing I have. But there are gold coins inside this. So the tax collector has a secret spot where he likes to hide his money. And that slides back in there. It clicks in. And you would never know it's there. I had Miss Seriously try to find it, and she could not find it. So, pretty cool room. Cool little secret there. You could hide whatever you wanted in there. But let's go ahead and scoot over to this side, and we're going to scoot down to this floor. Now, I believe this is where the artist was painting. Let me scoot this light. There we go, so you can see a little bit. There's a blank shield here with nothing on it. There's a painting in the background that looks like a knight on a horse. There's paint all over the floor. Looks like they're heating up paint. Just a whole paint station. And there's also an anvil here to shape the shields. Paint around it. Looks really awesome. And then we'll go ahead and move up to the second floor. Which this is just another bedroom. No secrets here. No sword being pulled out. But we have a bed, a spot to hold the sword, a table. And we also have a door that does open. Now, in order for a minifig to get in there, you probably have to suck it in. If you got a big belly, you're going to get stuck in that doorway. But you can see right there, you can slide through, and then you can shut this door. Now, I will go back to showing you how easy it is to open and close this set. So you literally just grab it. It's on hinges. Boom. And you can decide however you want to display it. Like this. If you want this side out. Or if you want this side out. Or if you want this side out. Or the best way to display it, in my opinion, is just like this. Now, there are a few small builds that actually go inside, which I'm just going to go over really quick. Kind of work as play features, I guess, but it's an 18+ set. I'm not sure if anyone's playing with it, but there's a Lego chair. Boom, super easy to build. There is a, almost looks like a desk with somewhere to hold your tools. So right here, put the tools in here. There's a cup, there's a letter. All these can go inside. I believe this is to weave stuff, so you put it here or you can turn it here. It weaves. Another desk with a log stump that you can sit on. What is, oh, it's actually showing this instructions for how to build a chair. So how sweet is that? And here we actually have a little rack that holds the lumber, and that comes with a little axe, so our lumberjack can get to work. I guess she wasn't a lumberjack, she was a lumberjackette. But here we have, this could go where she is painting. We have a blank shield, we have a painted shield, and it's kind of just a stand that holds them up. All of these, I believe, would go inside, besides maybe these last two that I have here, which we have a wagon when the daily supply of root beer is being brought into the tavern. Gets pulled by, I don't know if the goat could pull it, but maybe if you had a Lego horse, could pull this. Looks really sweet, some hay in the back. And then the coolest mini build out of them all is the little cheese stand. So you could take this guy. I don't know if he's old enough to be working, but I don't know if they really had restrictions back then. You could have him working here. Hey, you need some cheese? Yeah, sure. I'll take the big block for five Lego dollars or whatever, Lego coins. But there's a pretzel, a croissant, some fancy cheese. You could just kind of sit outside at the cheese shop, which I don't have. It's actually the other build, but sit outside the cheese shop. Stand him behind it. But all these different cool Lego builds are also included in this set. So I have somehow managed to squeeze both of these sets into my review area. I placed the minifigs. You can kind of see the bang you are getting for your buck on this set is there. Probably not if you're a kid. $230 could get you a lot of cool stuff. But if you're an adult and you have a hobby, you realize that all you're getting, Lego's just expensive, man. It's not cheap. But everything you're getting for the amount of money you were spending on this set is so worth it. You can see we even have little boy working the cheese stand. Tax collector is even trying to get his money there. The lady who paints, the shearer. All of this opens up. It all closes. It's a great set. I would highly recommend it if you're into Lego Castle, or if you are just into even the Lego modular buildings. You like creating buildings. It's great for that as well. But before I close this out, I want to make sure I say thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you are able to. If not, does not matter. I still appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you thought, wow, that's super cool. Or maybe, hey, I've never seen them do that before. But as always, have a great day, and I hope to catch you in the next video.